Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel Musings with Mayuri. So I recently announced regarding my NCERT plus basic guidance program, right? So in this video I'll be mostly talking about how we'll be covering the next 3 months. That is from October 1 to December 31st. During this phase we'll be mostly covering the NCERTs, and post that from January 1 to March 31st we'll be covering the standard books. So in this video I am specifically talking about the next 3 months. Okay, so let us get started. So yes, as I had already told, this is for the next 3 months where we'll be doing the NCERTs, and we'll be doing 2 readings of NCERTs. I had already told in my previous video. So the first reading of NCERTs will go on from October 1 to November 15th. So in this round, you will just be reading the NCERTs without making any notes. You don't even have to hold a pen nor have a paper in front of you. Just the NCERTs, and what I need is your focused attention. Because for every topic, I'll be providing a sheet with questions. So you have to have focus while reading so that you are able to answer the questions. And these questions are just for, to check how much you have retained after reading a particular topic or a chapter. You don't have to make any notes at this point in time. Okay. See, these are the snippets. Like, I'll be providing you with instructions like this. See, for example, in your first reading of NCERTs, you don't need to take any notes. Simply read the books in a relaxed yet focused manner without holding a pen or paper. The aim is not to memorize, but to grasp the essence of the topics so that you are able to answer the following questions orally with ease. So like this, I'll be providing questions. Okay. So this is for the first chapter of topic 6th geography book, geography NCERT. So likewise for chapter 7 of the same NCERT. And then I'll also be telling where you don't have to, pay so much attention. Like for example, if you look at the chapter 4 from the same NCERT, you don't have to read this particular chapter. And if you have to read, I'll also tell you explicitly what exactly you need to read and from where you need to read. For example, like in this particular chapter, you'll have to know about what is a physical map and a political map. I'll also tell you that please go to Google and read this. Like I'll be giving you with instructions as well. Okay. Now talking about the second reading of NCERTs, we'll begin that from November 16th and we'll complete that by December 31st. In this round of reading, you will be required to read as well as make notes alongside. Okay, I will be providing you with questions for which you will have to make notes, and I'll also be providing specific instructions and directions, like on what aspect you will have to make notes. See, what happens is when we start preparing for NCERTs, we feel that everything is important, and since we'll be very new to the process, we'll not even know how to analyze the PYQs. So considering my experience of 5 years and 4 attempts, I've gone through all the PYQs of prelims, and based on that I have designed these questions. Okay, I have framed these questions and I have designed this program. So you, in this round, you'll have to make very brief notes. See, again, when we'll be reading the 11th 12th NCERTs, or let's say the standard books, everything that we read in these basic NCERTs will be covered there. So you don't have to, put in a lot of efforts now while making notes. Just brief notes would suffice. Okay, and during this second round of NCERTs, I'll also ensure that we do PYQs, like at least we have a glance. So this will be our first glance of PYQs. Okay, and whatever in-depth notes that are needed for the exam, we'll make it later while reading the standard books or higher class NCERTs. Okay. See, now earlier I had shown you the snippet of the same chapter in our first reading. It was very brief and the questions could be orally answered. Now look at the same chapter during the second reading. I'll tell you, like from the solar system, just note down the names of 8 planets. Okay, note down the number of moons each planets have. And then I'll tell you with respect to the layers of the sun, just draw the diagram. So whatever I've highlighted in green is the instruction that I'll be providing you. Okay, and in the second reading of NCERTs, start making notes strictly on the aspects mentioned. I've also provided clear directions and instructions for the same. Avoid going beyond what is specified, since these areas will be covered in greater detail in the higher class NCERTs. This approach will help us cover the syllabus quickly while preventing duplication of notes and unnecessary effort. So I'll be providing instructions like this. Now let us look at the chapter 7. Same, I had shown you snippet of the same chapter, how it looked in the first reading. So now I'll tell you, like, see, note down India's neighboring countries and with which Indian states each of these countries share borders. Then diagram of physical divisions of India. No need to note down any details. And look at the end of the snippet like I have written. Please note the same chapter is covered in class 11th NCERT. So you will get everything like this, okay? See, out there in the market, you might have so many books on NCERTs, like summarizing NCERTs and all of that. But trust me, like whatever I am giving, I have myself gone through the UPSC Civil Services examination 4 times. Like I've given 4 prelims. So I would exactly know what to study, what not to study. And I also feel that if I were to begin my preparation, I would need a hand holding support like this, which I did not get. And eventually I realized, like, uh, whenever I sat and thought back, like what could be done so that a beginner would be easily, would easily understand like how to prepare, what to do, what not to do. I felt something like this would definitely help him or her. So after a lot of thought, I have planned and designed the program to be in this manner. Okay, and look at the chapter 4. Here no need to note down anything, and I'll also be giving instructions like this chapter is not important from the perspective of the examination, you can totally skip. So I'll be exactly telling you what you should be doing and what you should not be doing. Okay, and with respect to the newspaper, see, in the initial 1 to 1.5 months, we'll just be reading the headlines of the newspaper. Read any one newspaper, the Hindu or the Indian Express. For 1.5 months, we'll just be reading the headlines. Why? See, first we have to become familiar with the process of reading newspaper. And then in the initial days itself, if you start reading the newspaper in detail, it'll take you around 3 to 4 hours, and then you'll not understand what to read from that. Okay, and you'll do it for 3 to 4 days and then you'll feel that burnout. So I don't want you to do that. Okay, like I want you to just read the headlines. Even if you're reading the editorials, just read it, no need to make a note of it. See, you will be appearing for the prelims, let's say in 2027. You will have to start serious preparation of current affairs from May 2026 or June 2026. Like that current affairs will matter to you. Okay, so now whatever you're doing, it's mainly to get accustomed to the process of newspaper reading. Okay, and reading the headlines initially will bring a sense of comfort, familiarity with the newspaper. So that is why initially we'll just be reading the headlines, and no need to make any notes from the newspapers at least till December 31st. And post that I will give instructions how to make notes if it's needed, or we should wait for some more time. All that I'll be telling you in detail. Okay, so now till December 31st, we'll not be making any notes. And then how to cover your targets. Basically, daily targets will be shared. How many chapters you have to cover per day, I'll be talking about it in detail. Like I'll send a text message in the group every single day. Like let's say we'll be starting from October 1st. On September 30th night itself, I'll send you the targets so that you are prepared for the next day. Okay, and I will exactly tell you what to do and what not to do. Your task is only to study, okay, and not get bothered about anything. And why limited targets initially? So if you see, like I'll be giving you very limited targets, and if you see the snippets from my first reading as well as second reading, the targets are very, very, structured, systematic, and specific. Why? Because so that you get enough time to be used to the process. See, when we start initially, like if we are given a lot of resources, we'll feel overburdened, and we'll also feel that sense of burnout, and then it's overwhelming. Okay, we'll just be like, only one subject, if it's taking so much time, energy, and efforts, like how will I be able to sustain for a long term? So I don't want you to have that feeling. Okay, so, and my purpose is to build confidence in whatever we are doing. So slowly we'll take one day at a time, and step by step we'll walk towards December 31st, like slowly. Okay, and what are the differentiators of this program? Okay, See, I am not going to teach anything. This is mainly a guidance program, structured and targeted guidance program that will help you build your basics. Your basics will become very, very strong after this. Okay, and it's unlike those continuous classes where you're overburdened with lectures for 3 to 4 hours, and then even after watching the lectures, you'll have to come and do self study. So, my purpose is, why not take the textbooks yourself and do self study? I'll be providing you the direction and guidance. So, it's like targeted self study and clears confusion over note making. See, I'll exactly tell you in the second round what notes you should have. Okay, it's unlike, like, I'll not make you write everything even from 6th NCERT, 7th NCERT, and then again repeat the same process for 11th NCERT where these topics will be repeated. So I don't want you to do that. I'll clearly tell you what is needed, what is not needed, and what would be covered in higher class textbooks. So it will save you a lot of time. Okay, and even the notes which you make after second reading, they'll be so crisp, and you don't have to integrate them with basic books. You can have these notes separately, and just before your mock test or maybe the actual prelims, you can just pick up these NCERT notes and revise it. Okay, and no unnecessary study, clearly told what not to study and what to study. It's as I've already discussed this in previous slides, so I clearly tell you. And properly define length and breadth of every topic. Let's say there is a particular topic and there are several subtopics which you need to cover. I will exactly tell you how much you have to cover. Okay, so your length, it's already defined, like per topic. Okay, per topic, per chapter, it's defined. Whatever is the breadth, I will tell you what to do, how much deep to go, how much deep not to go. Okay, see, we are just studying for UPSC civil services examination, and we don't have to do masters or PhD. So we have to understand this from the start itself, that our preparation needs to be very targeted and streamlined. Okay, if you don't follow this from the initial days, then what will happen is you'll simply beat around the bush for years together, keep giving attempts together, and then realize, oh, I should have done this, I should not have done this. So I don't want you people to go through all of that, since I've gone through that myself. I have realized certain things. So based on my experience, I'll be sharing all these things with you. It will be more of hand holding, accountability, and answerability. Every day in the Telegram group that I create, you will have to post your targets in the morning as well as in the night. And also, I'll be taking very limited students because I'll be checking upon my students. Okay, so I'll not take a lot of students. So please enroll at the earliest, so that you get a chance to strengthen your basics. And guaranteed completion within time bound manner. So I won't beyond 6 months, like 3 months for NCERTs and 3 months for standard books. Beyond this duration, I will not simply keep extending the program. Okay, it will be very, very targeted. It will be in a manner that benefits you, because see, I can keep extending it, but I will not do that, because after that you will have to seriously prepare for mains, considering that you'll be giving attempt in 2027, and you'll have to even start doing your optional and everything, and make short notes, revise them, attempt mock tests. So I am aware of the entire process, like what should be prepared by when, and how much time should be given, just to ensure that we clear the examination. So based on that itself, I have practically designed this program. Okay, and most importantly, I am not charging lakhs together or maybe even thousands together. It's just rupees 400 per month. That is the differentiator. And I'm not even taking 3 months fees in advance. It's just like you'll have to pay on a monthly basis. Okay, so, and how would this benefit you? Okay, see, I will not beat around the bush, as already told. No wastage of time, efforts, and energy. Even before giving your first attempt, you will be so much prepared. Just imagine. Like, all your basics are done, PYQ integration is done, and when we are doing the standard books, I'll help you make prelim specific notes. So that will be ready in the next 3 months after December 31st. So everything will be ready, and what you'll have to do after that is just do targeted preparation for mains. And let's say from December or January, if you start preparing for prelims, like, I mean, next December, that is December 2026, since your attempt will be in 2027 or even later. Okay, so when you start preparing for prelims, you will just have to pick these notes and keep doing CSAT, revise, practice mock test, solve PYQ. So that will be the only thing that you'll have to do. Notes and all will be done now with this program itself. Okay, and as already mentioned, you'll have a strong basic foundation. So this is all that I had for this particular video. If you're interested, you can text me on Telegram. I'll post my Telegram ID in the description below. You can also join my Telegram channel, Musings with Mayuri. Thank you so much.